The lesson.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you mentioned only a few months later, then Proof of D12 passes away.
Yeah, that shit really hurt. Because Dilla was, the sound of the city, but Proof was the sergeant at arms. You know what I mean? He was the mayor. He took care of motherfuckers. He fed them, clothed them, gave them jobs, gave them studio time. He was an advocate on deck at all times. So when he was gone, Jesus Christ. Imagine if fucking Snoop and Dre died fucking 2 months apart. LA would stop.
Mm.
And Detroit stopped. It was just a fucking very dark time. I couldn't be there. It was just time for me to take care of myself. When you live in Detroit, man, like, you don't give a shit about anything but Detroit. You don't care about doing shows, traveling. This is our city. We gotta handle this shit. So the first time I ever traveled outside of Detroit was like 2 or 3 months before I moved. Like, I had a show in Cleveland. I moved to LA and I've been to fucking 45 countries. I think it was a good decision.
I mean, as someone, who knew Proof, who'd worked with him, from interviews and things that, I've heard other people in the industry say, very live character.
Absolutely.
That whole Mayor of Detroit thing. D12. I guess that's one of the most popular hip hop groups to come out of Detroit.
Yeah.
What are some of your fondest memories, of Proof, and how would you describe Proof as a person?
Man, Proof was just we were so similar, man. Like, we had this responsibility to the city. You know what I mean? Proof used to say that I was the DJ Red Alert to his KRS-One. You know what I mean? He always put me on the gigs that he was doing. And he just cared. You know what I'm saying? He genuinely cared about all of us in the scene. Oddly enough, one of my favorite memories of Proof was us, like, damn near getting in a fucking fight just before he passed. We were at odds as well because he was moving to Arizona. He was getting out of the city. He's getting a house built. He's going to move out there with his family and stay out of trouble. And Dilla passed, and I decided that I was going to leave the city, and he wasn't having it. He was like, you can't go. Like, if we both leave, this shit is going to be over with because no one else gives a fuck. And we almost, like, fucking came to blows that night. Like, we were fucking at it. And that's the crazy shit is the night he passed, the night he got killed. That next morning, actually, my phone was ringing off the hook. This is back when we had answering machines. You know what I mean? So the phone just kept ringing. It started ringing at like 6 in the morning, and I would just roll back over and go to sleep. And then finally, someone left a message, and the voice is what woke me up. It's like, yo, man, shoes, man, somebody killed Proof. What? Somebody killed Proof. MySpace era. So, like, now with social media, when someone dies or you hear a rumor, you go to fact check. R.I.P., R.I.P., R.I.P. So the bulletin page, R.I.P., pictures of Proof and all that. I'm like, fuck. And I go on my comment page on my shit, and Proof fucking hit me up at like 11:30 that night and was like, what up? That's where the Detroit hip hop ambassador shit came from. Like, I didn't make that shit up. I didn't give myself that name. Like, Proof was like, what up though? Detroit's hip hop ambassador. What it do? And then he sent me another message right after that. Like, he's about to start working on this next record and need some beats. And then fucking like 3 hours later, he was dead.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It was so, and I saw that after. You know what I mean? I saw that like, imagine that shit. Like, for one, you wake up to unfortunately verify that your homie ain't here anymore. And you see that the motherfucker, like, you're damn near like the last person that he fucking talked to. And y'all was beefed out, and he was like, olive branch. And then poof, he's in the ethers.
Damn, R.I.P. Proof, man.
Absolutely.
And I mean, how the general consensus of the story is like, obviously he was killed, he was murdered.
Yeah.
But was it like a retaliation thing or?
Nah, he was just at a fucking after hours, some little grimy. And Proof always was by himself. Proof would come to my shit every week solo, like come by himself, leave by himself at the end of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, just walking off. He wasn't no like entourage, safety first at all. You know what I mean? He got into it with somebody, motherfucker took him out of here. You know what I mean?
And did they end up catching the person?
I hope so. I've heard things.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, not the cops ain't catch him. But you don't want the cops to catch him. You know what I mean?
The last